let's hear it. Well, but wait, I've got to say something. I don't know Mike Long personally, but I love his humor. He really gives it, he tells you exactly what life is all about, and that's really why we had the show, right, Jessica? Yes. She centered it around Mike Long, so let's hear it for Mike Long!
That's the worst intro I've ever gotten ever, because now I'm just going to fucking suck. Hey, you're all here because this guy tells dick jokes. How you guys doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for putting on the gig. Yeah, right on. I don't know what to say now. I don't have any dick jokes. I was really worried about the fact that I think I have one dick joke. Did you guys know that zebras actually perform abortions through forced copulation in times of famine as a means of population control? Yeah, no shit. So that's what's black, white, and red all over. That's my only dick joke. I didn't say it was a human dick. I just said it was a dick joke. I didn't. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I want to be funny, but I want to make sure that it's something that that you also think is funny. So, give me a topic. Yell at a topic. Give me a topic. Any topic. Any topic at all. Any topic you guys can think of. Anal sex? What a coincidence! I don't actually do this on the fly. So I was having anal sex with my girlfriend. Wait, hang on. Let me back up. So the first time I had anal sex, the woman happened to have a ferret. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever smelled a ferret, but a ferret has a really distinctive scent. It smells like a fucking ferret, and nothing else smells like a ferret. So the second time I end up getting anal, and when I say getting, I'm not the kind of guy that I don't ask for it. I mean, that's douchey. Like if a chick asks me, I'll oblige, because I'm a giver, but I'm not gonna, because guys only want to do that because it's the one thing you won't let us do anyway. So that's not my trip. But anyway, I mean, if someone asks, rock on. Second time I get asked, she's got a ferret. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I noticed it because smell's the most closely associated with memory since whatever. So the third time, I swear to Christ, the third time I had anal sex, the chick owned a fucking ferret. Swear to Christ. And now I'm like, there's some weird Pavlovian response getting wired in. Like, fucking, I just smell anyway, fourth time, and I'm sorry, but this is irrefutable evidence at this point. The woman that owns a ferret, and I end up getting butt sex that night. I'm like, this is like the secret. I'm just like creating my own reality. I just smell the ferret. I'm like, I'm getting anal tonight. Sweet. I hope it's not her roommates. I'm sorry, guys. All right, what I'm trying to say is I was trying to explain to my girlfriend why I had an erection in a pet store. It didn't go over very well. But since we've gotten all intimate now, I might as well tell you guys a story. So my brain works really quickly. That's why I do this shit, because I'm fucking cursed with this crazy. So, like, all right, I was having sex with my wife, my ex-wife. I was having sex with my ex-wife, and it was a very domestic setting. We're in the kitchen. We've got, our dog runs up, our little Aussie Shepherd runs up and licks me directly in the asshole. Directly in the asshole. Like, so, I mean, you stop the dog. I mean, I turned around and I stopped the dog. Like, immediately you stop the dog, but I know that physiologically speaking, the pleasure center of our brain engages before any logic or reason or societal convention. And I've been in orgies. I mean, it's not the first time I've had a tongue on my ass while in a sex act. So for like a 16th of a second, for the time it took one like neuron to shoot from one synapse to the next, it was like, ooh, oh, and I noticed it. And I gotta wear that like a fucking badge of shame, like forever, because I noticed it. I feel like I should register somewhere. Like there's gotta be someone I need to fucking. So what I shouldn't have said when my girlfriend asked me, about the logical question after my explaining my boner because I smelled a ferret was, are you into bestiality? And I shouldn't have said, well, there was this short period with my ex-wife. It's a great way to run a date. Sweet, anal sex and bestiality. I love you guys. You're laughing at this shit. This is awesome. I was really nervous though, because honestly, like I fucking, when I heard like, okay, it's gonna be a dirty show, because I mean, I was nervous about doing this stuff the first time because I can't, there's no filter here. I mean, after the 7th heart attack, like you lose all filter. Like I don't give a fuck. It's that I'm dying very soon. It doesn't matter what I'm, so, it's nice to like have this, freedom to say whatever, but then I'm retarded. I have to take it to the extreme. I'm like, well, what's the dirtiest joke I have? Well, shit, I've been doing this shit for years, just writing. I've been writing offensive shit. I fucking published a book and just marketed it with offensive shit, just trying to piss people off and get hate mail. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta have something good. So I went through all my stuff and I did find one. So I'm gonna tell you guys this story. I'm not trying. I don't want to be offensive. It's not. I have a weird fucking life. Like this is what I have to talk about. I'm fucking divorced twice, 7 heart attacks. I'm about to go to jail in the very near future for not paying my child support to a lesbian that I knocked up at an orgy, but it was my fucking DNA, so I'm on the hook. And I'm gonna go to jail because I already dropped out of society years ago. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. That's roof and food. Anyway. Let me take it back a second. So, all right. So I'm really obsessive compulsive. So everything I do like totally to the extreme. And that's why I've had this weird fucking life. Like the only good thing I've done for myself was I lost 111 pounds. No, but it's not. People are like, oh, yay. No, I'm fucking crazy. Like I just didn't leave the house for 6 months. And, oh, if you eat every 3 hours and work out 12 times a fucking week, like you know what I mean? Like it's just disease. It's like saying, yay, great job on your fucking mental disorder. Good for you, sir. Anyway, so all right. So I used to have the like picture perfect life. I made 6 figures a year. I worked had this office on the 30th floor of the Pac Bell building and looking over Puget Sound in downtown Seattle. Suits and tie every day. Beautiful house in Bellevue, which is like one of the 25th richest. Beautiful. This is my second wife with big tits, blonde chick. Like it was just this is the shit that you're supposed to do. We had a dog. We had a fucking cat and the fucking. You know what I mean? But then I just snapped. I just fucking snapped because that's how, I got there because I just for 8 years was like, there's a corporate ladder. I must climb it. And then by the time I get to that point, I was like doing mushrooms and sleeping under my desk for like 8 hours a day, fucking going to the strip club and expense reporting, lap dances. I just totally snapped. So finally, I'm on this like crazy binge and I'm like all fucking jacked and I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. I was gonna kill myself. So I swallowed like a half bottle of Xanax and quite a bit of Percocet and a bottle of Irish whiskey. So I figured that would do it, but before it set in, like all of a sudden I realized like, oh, wait a minute, like that's fucking, I have to remove this footprint from you can't just kill yourself. I had to kill the cat and then the dog and then the wife and then myself because I'm crazy. So like, then I realized I should have like waited on the pills, but I took, because it sounded like a great idea. I took the cat into the bathroom and like broke its neck. And at this point, this is really starting to fuck with me. Like I loved the dog. Fuck the cat. I got her the cat for a Christmas present because I put a Tiffany's necklace over it. It jumped out of a bag, and I just wanted that moment. She goes, and then I had to live with this fucking cat. But I love the dog. I love that fucking dog. We had an intimate moment once, so I didn't want to. So I'm like, this shit's fucking with my head, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm hungry, I'm gonna go eat. So I drive to McDonald's, and I get $20 worth of double cheeseburgers, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with the dollar menu, but that's 20 fucking double cheeseburgers. So I sit in my car and just eat, like, apparently that was my new preferred method of suicide. I was like 290 pounds at this point, and, passed the fuck out, bathed in processed food, wake up, it's like 5 in the morning, I'm like, what the fucking Jesus Christ, I'm totally blacked out for this whole period. I drive back to the house, my wife just woke up to go to work, she found the fucking cat, she's blaming the dog, she's like, I knew they wouldn't get along, and I'm like, yep, guess not, I'm taking a nap, fucking. So like, I got help immediately, like, I got psychiatric professional help immediately. I'm not bragging. But Prozac is a wonderful drug. It's really a wonderful drug. But that's my worst story, and you guys just laughed at it. Jesus Christ. This is awesome. I was expecting groans. I even wrote a little tag in case they groan. Here's what... Because a lot of gigs I play, like, that's all I get is just, oh, and people in the audience think I'm bombing, and I'm like, you don't understand. This is why I do this shit. This is the stored up, like, emotional scarring that I need to finally pull the fucking trigger, which I would have done years ago, but my sister died first, and I can't do that to my parents twice. So, like, I gotta wait till they kick the bucket, but they're getting old. So I'm just hanging out and trying to pay my child support by telling jokes about paying my child support. Totally dropped off and then whenever they die, I'll, sell whatever and it'll buy the drug fiend that'll, get me into that. And that's great. That's my retirement plan. Anyway. Guys, thanks so much. You've been a fucking great audience.
Very great, like always. He never lets us down. And I thought I had a hard life, man.